An American Werewolf in London is a 1981 horror comedy film written and directed by John Landis. Its budget was only about $6 million, but yet it managed to gain $62 million at the box office, which is fairly impressive. It won a fair amount of awards and has gained a large cult following ever since. The plot of this film revolves around two friends named David, played by David Naughton, and Jack, played by Griffin Dunn, who are tourists from America backpacking through the desolate wilderness of London, when suddenly the two are savaged by something that's part man, part wolf, and all beast. One is killed, but David survives, but it's far from over, because David has now fallen victim to an ancient curse, a curse known to turn humans into wolves, and Dave might have to do the unthinkable in order to get it all to stop. Now, even though this movie is also meant to be a comedy, it also does a very good job at being dark at times. I mean, holy shit, the film literally opens with a violent attack with one dying and the other turning into a werewolf, and this happens literally in just the first 15 minutes. Yet the way it's all treated is kind of hilarious. I mean, Jack's first words after coming back from the dead are, "Can I have a piece of toast?" Anyway, I give plot a B. Next is acting. The acting in this film is good, for the most part, but I have to give extra kudos to David Naughton and Jenny Agutter. Hope I'm saying that wrong. Right, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. The chemistry those two had made the film so much more engaging, and I think that had to do with the performances these two put into their characters. They actually seem like they care about each other, which makes you care about what happens to them. I give acting a B+. Finally, directing. The directing in this film was surprisingly amazing. This came out in the early 80s, and yet the effects that were used were pretty top-notch. They were insanely good and really impressed me, since the wounds on the victim were just so gruesomely realistic. John Landis also did a great job of balancing horror and comedy due to the fact that Dave being turned into a werewolf is still treated seriously. However, the comedy comes from them trying to figure out how to reverse it, as well as the occasional wit from our two heroes. It feels like a comedic haunting hour episode, but actually done right. I give directing an A. Overall, An American Werewolf in London is a surprisingly funny film with a dark edge. It's a lot of fun to watch, and it's probably one of the most creative horror stories I've seen in a while. I give this movie a B+. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and sub for more content.